Okay, another episode of Pixel Effect here, guys. So I know over the years people have given GameStop a bad rep. I used to work for them, and while I have my own issues with GameStop, I was hired for a weird reason. I will not go into it here. That's more of a personal thing, but it's kind of sad when I think about it nowadays. But they get a bad rep for the trading credits and stuff like that, and GameStop's the perfect company, but a lot of gamers who throw the meme around like, oh, you're only gonna get so much in credit. Granted, GameStop does jip you a lot on game credit, and fair warning, never try to trade in a brand new game to GameStop, especially if it just came out. Like, say, back when Red Dead 2 first came out. Don't go in the next day and try to turn it back in, because you're only going to get half of what you paid for it. I think you could have got about $38 maybe. But the thing is, when it comes to trade credit, it's like a car. Anybody can tell you, if you drive a car off the lot and try to turn around and sell it, they are not going to give you anywhere near the value of it. Even if you go just a foot off the lot and turn around, they're not going to give you anywhere close to what you paid for it. That's just how it works, because it's considered used, regardless of how much you used it, regardless if you walked out of GameStop, opened it up, said, you know what, I don't want it, came back the next day. In that case, it's better to do a return. Don't open a game if you know you're not going to want to keep it, or go online. But anyway, GameStop has been having trouble lately with the stores, and like a lot of stores I grew up with when I was growing up, well, I said that twice, that doesn't make sense. Same thing, A lot of stores nowadays are closing, and it's sad. I watched a retro video the other day to some vaporwave music, and it's showing an old mall and the stores inside of it and the fountains. And my God, guys, the nostalgia hit me so hard. I miss those days. And indoor malls are dying out a lot of times now for outdoor malls and stuff like that. And I miss days when you can go into a mall and go to Sears, JCPenney, all those old stores, Kohl's, just all in one little place, the food court, the arcades. It was fun. But they're dying out. This new generation doesn't use them like they used to back when we grew up. And, stores like Sears, stores like Kmart, they're shutting down now because they can't keep up with the online world and stuff like that. They didn't plan for it that well. But anyway, GameStop has had its own issues. And over the years, I've noticed so far, within the last at least 5, they start to put more in their stores besides just games. Like, I've seen like figurines, statues, puzzles, Monopoly sets, pop figures, like all that stuff is starting to get flooded into GameStop because they're trying to expand beyond just games, because that's not holding the business up anymore. And this week, and actually Tuesday or Monday, they announced that, let me see, today is the 17th, 16th, Tuesday, 15th. It was Monday. They announced that they were partnering with RGA to, focus on creating unique in-store experiences as part of a strategic move and reaffirming its place in video game culture. And this could be good and it could backfire. What GameStop's trying to do is get on the esports scene, which I still just think is crazy, they said together GameStop and RGA are developing and piloting new and streamlined physical store concepts, introducing new ways for gamers to try new titles before they buy them, and giving stores a unique layout and purpose to appeal to gamers. From store concepts that offer competitive sessions and homegrown e-leagues to locations that sell strictly retro gaming software and hardware, GameStop will pilot the new store concepts in select markets to present something new to players both old and new, and searching for experiences in gaming beyond the consoles. And what I took from this, like I said, GameStop's trying to save itself, but they're trying to be like that old person who wants to be hip, kind of like these politicians who annoy me to crap, which I won't get into that. But they're trying to be hip and expand beyond just gaming, just beyond Xbox, Switch, and stuff. They're trying to go to retro gaming. They're trying to do figurines. They're trying to do esports. They're trying to do everything they can, basically, They're tossing everything into a hat and hoping it all works together. Basically, let me get a better example. They're tossing every ingredient they have into a pan, hoping what they can make will be good enough. And this could be good. Like I said, they talked about trying to have, some stores having more TVs and consoles for people to try new games and stuff, or just have esports league of their own. Like I said, TV set up so people could come in and play, and that could be a good thing because it is hard for some young people out there to play games. When I was growing up, like I told you guys several times, my parents, while we weren't broke, didn't let me play a lot of games. And the games I got to play were mostly on Sega Genesis. I had a few PlayStation demo discs. I had the Crash series, but beyond that, I didn't really have much. I had Namco Museum, and like I said, about 7 Sega Genesis titles. But when it came to playing games, I would do anything I could to play what I could. They used to, back in the day, I would go to my cousins and play their games sometimes. Like I said, because it was just rare. They had a N64. I didn't have one of those, and I love Star Fox, and so the only time I could play it was like maybe every 2 to 3 weeks when we go to his house. I got to play for maybe like an hour, and that was it. That was it until like the next month or something. Next 2 or 3 months. 2 or 3 weeks. So there was that. But other times, something kids don't know today, GameStop, not GameStop, but Walmart and Kmart used to have kiosks in their stores, kind of like Best Buy. Well, Best Buy's on and off. I notice it. I don't see it as often. They had kiosks where you could play the games. One reason they probably take them out is because people destroy the controllers for whatever reason. But yeah, when I was growing up, I would rush into Walmart and Kmart and pray no other kid was back there in that section, or I would just kind of hover around until they left, because they had like 1 or 2 kiosks back in the electronic sections that let you play games. When I was growing up, they had Kmart. They had Metroid Metroid Fusion. I got to play it in Kmart back on its kiosk. I played Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on its kiosk, because I didn't have the GameCube at that point. But I love Sonic Adventure. That game was so fun. The only time I could play it was in Kmart. Walmart. Got to try out Halo 1. It was great. I was surprised, thinking about it now, getting to play an emulated game on in a store like that. But yeah, Halo. I played Halo 1 in Walmart. And I won't forget, it was so fun. I actually thought the Covenant were my friends, because I was like, man, this game, these graphics are so amazing. And I'm this cyborg looking guy. I figured that the humans must be my enemies or something, because they were shooting in my direction. But what I didn't know, they were shooting at the Covenant. And, for some reason, I thought they were trying to kill me into the Covenant through a plasma grenade and stuck to me. I was like, well, these guys are not my friends. But yeah. This could be a good thing. Like I said, they said for right now it's just going to be select stores, so I'm guessing bigger cities maybe. But it'd be nice if they come to some small cities, because I know it's harder for them to get to play games. And maybe it can give kids, a chance to play something new. Let their parents see, like, hey, I like this for Christmas. Because it is sad, Some kids, a lot of people take for granted what they have. And I try never to do that. But some kids don't get to play, certain games. I watched some kids come to GameStop just still looking for an original Xbox or Xbox 360 games, because that's all the parents were able to get them. And it's sad, And it could be like my parents, where they just don't want them to have too many games. But some, I know for a fact, just can't afford anything besides that. But their kids are thankful for it. And they freak out to get a new 360 game. You got some gamers that complain about the stuff they get to play nowadays. It's like, well, be grateful somewhat, because some kid out there will probably love to play these games that you're complaining about all the time. And that's not defending anything. I'm just saying, some people hate certain games for, that are not bad, it's just nitpicking at stuff. like the Streets Race 4 game, people are picking about the character designs and stuff, and like some kids would not care about that, you know. A lot of people don't regardless, but anyway. I think this could help GameStop somewhat. If anything, it could help gamers because people take for granted GameStop being around. You know, when they're gone, it's going to be that much harder. Kind of like Toys R Us, when they went away, it got harder for parents to find toys for kids, you know, because, hey, there's one big chain right there that sold nothing but pretty much toys that's gone. You got to go to Walmart now or Target or Amazon sometimes too, but this could help them. Like I said, I don't know so much about the E-Leagues. Like, that's never been a topic I really dove into. Like, I don't watch esports. I just don't watch esports. You know, it's just not because it's weird, because I play games and stream them and stuff. It's just considering games as a sport is still an odd concept to me. You know, if you're good at a game, you're just good. I don't consider like my skills at any certain game when I beat somebody as, oh, I need to start me a sports league because I'm just this good. It's just like, okay. But anyway, you know, you guys stop doing that. It's going to be interesting to see how this retail innovation goes for them. Like I said, GameStop has had its troubles lately, and like a lot of older stores that have been around for a few years, it's getting harder for them to stay around. But this could help them. Something else that could help them also, but they're going to have to revamp the security a whole lot, is a better method for pre-ordering games and paying them off. Because I pre-order a lot of games at GameStop. It would be great if I could pay some down online or something, like put another $5 down online, here or there, or pay it off online, instead of having to rush to GameStop after work. Because when I get off, traffic is incredibly horrible. And I gotta get home to study for classes and stuff, you know. And it's like, I don't have time every day to go to GameStop. It's like on the weekends, I'm busy. And, you know, you gotta go in, put a few down, leave. And it's like, it'd be so much simpler if you make me download this app, you have a website for all this stuff, let me pre-order something. You know, they're so ancient in their methods and thinking, you know. It's like, you know, you look up a game and it's like, this game's not sold in stores, or it's not in any store in your location. But can't you ship it to me? And there's sometimes they won't ship anything to you. You have to go to that store. And it's just a nuisance sometimes. It's like, oh, I see you have this one collector's edition I really want. I will buy it right now from you. But it's like, oh, we can't sell it online. You got to drive, you know, 120 miles to get it, you know. Why? Can you not just literally just have it on your site to ship to me? Seriously, I'll pay for shipping. But we'll see how this goes. Like I said, I have some hope GameStop will be around for a few more years. But I do eventually probably see them going away in the long run. Like maybe 10 years from now, I don't see GameStop being around. Unless they pull some heavy punches and change a lot of stuff. But for right now, I say give it 10 years, they'll probably be gone. And will probably move to more digital downloads. I know people will hate that, but that's part of the route they're going to end up going eventually. I prefer physical because at least that way you don't end up like Marvel vs. Capcom and Scott Pilgrim, where if you know, delete those games from your system, you're screwed because you can't get them back. You know, I had Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Capcom came out, the contract expired, the game's gone from the store. You can't download it anymore either. It's just gone. You know, even if you paid for it. And that's the thing about digital things that people don't understand sometimes. Like, you know, yeah, if they decide to cut stuff, it's gone. That's it. Like, I don't know what Steam does, but that's one fear I have with Steam. If they ever shut down, do I get to keep the 100 games I have, or will they disappear? I know with Sony, it's gone. If a contract expires. Steam, not so sure. But anyway, we'll see what happens to GameStop, guys. Like I said, I got a lot of friends that work at GameStop still. I've made a lot of great friends at GameStop, so I don't want to see anything happen to them. But like I said, GameStop's going to have to change a lot of stuff if they want to survive in the future. But, you know, we'll see if this renovation goes as well as I think it will. We'll see. You know, yeah. But for now, guys, that's it for GameStop, and I will talk to you guys later.